Hey guys, Curd Hos here from Pure I'm also known as the Tongkat Guy. Today I want to talk to you guys about stacking Tongkat Ali. It's a question I get quite often. Usually once a user or a client has started using it or is doing a ton of research, um, they want to know, is it better to take Tongkat Ali on its own? Should they stack it? Typical stacks will be with tribulus, horny goatweed, maca, a couple other cool things that are out there as well. For me, it depends again on your experience with Tongkat Ali. If you haven't taken Tongkat Ali before, I always suggest take it on its own. And the reason being is that you want to be able to see what the Tongkat's doing for you, whether it's 100 to 1, 200 to 1 powder or capsule. The protocol we always follow here is 5 days on, 2 days on, 5 days off. Sorry, 5 days on, 2 days off, 5 days on, 5 days off, and then you can repeat that cycle again. And you take it twice a day. I usually, for me, it's usually around 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. I like it twice a day, so it's always in the system, being absorbed, being used, and available. The 500 milligram dosage is what we also recommend because we want to make sure that you're going to get an effect. We're going to stimulate the hormone production. We've talked about that in some other videos as well. So again, if you haven't done it before, what I suggest you do is that you come off any other type of testosterone supplement you've been taking for at least 2 to 4 weeks. Let that clean out of your system. Let that come out of your system, and then start your protocol with the Tongkat Ali 100 to 1 or 200 to 1 on its own. First thing in the morning, like I said, 6 or 7 o'clock, or twice a day is what's important, and the consistency is really important. Once you've done that 5 and 2, 5 on, 2 off, 5 on, 5 off, whatever effect you're starting to feel, you're going to know that it's coming from the Tongkat Ali. The problem is if we stack things when we have something new and we get results, we're never quite sure, are we getting it from the Tongkat? Are we getting it from the stack? Are we getting it from the Tongkat and the stack? So I always want to try and find out, what is this raw material, or what is this ingredient going to do for me first? Then later on, do the stack and see what difference do you notice. So let's say you've done 6 to 8 weeks of just Tongkat on its own. You've seen the results, you know what's going on, you're feeling the difference, you've seen the changes where you want to see them. Again, what I would do is take a couple weeks off and then reintroduce it again with your stack. So if you already have some other products like tribulus or maca, stack them together, see what happens. Most often, a stack will be quite effective, but again, I'd like you to find out for yourself. Again, we're all a little bit different, so getting in there, seeing what on its own what it does, with the stack what it does, and being able to compare, and then seeing what's working best for you. Had some guys on its own love it. They stack with a bunch of products, and they don't notice much of a difference. I've had some guys who like the results on the Tongkat, add a stack to it, and feel even more. You won't know until you try it. I mean, at the end of the day, it's some trial and error. The big thing to remember as well is, just like in a Tongkat, the quality is very important. So is the quality of your tribulus. So is the quality of your horny goatweed, or your maca. The quality of the raw material makes a big difference. The quality of the product. We're looking at coming out probably with a high-end maca in the next few weeks to a month, and then same way we have a really good tribulus. And again, the quality makes a difference, right? How strong it is, the potency, all those things make a factor. So if you take let's say you use our Tongkat Ali, which we know is really good quality, and you get results, but then you stack it with some cheap $8 tribulus and stuff, I'll be honest, you're not going to see much of a difference, right? Because the tribulus on its own just isn't that great. There's a lot of tribuluses out there, a lot of macas out there, a lot of herbs out there, and like anything else, and as our customers learn, excuse me, is that as with Tongkat, we focus on the quality. I've had a lot of people try the Tongkats, try ours, and see a tremendous difference. Because of the concentration, because of the dosage level, and the quality, it makes a big difference. So, would be the same for your tribulus, your macas, your horny goatweeds, ashwagandha, all those different things as well. So, coming and bring it all back to a close. Do it on its own first if you've never done it. Then try it with your favorite stack, and then see the difference overall. And then you be the judge, right? And I often, instead of stacking, I will actually run a course of the tribulus for a couple cycles of the 5-2, 5-5, and then coming off, I'll go on to a really strong tribulus, like our high test, or I'll use a ZMA, zinc magnesium aspartate sleep combo, or I'll use D-aspartic acid, all those other cool things as well, just so I'm using a little bit of a different process, a little fresher in the body, so that it gets a little more, the signaling keeps going, but the body's a little more excited because it hasn't seen that raw material in a while or that ingredient. And I think that's a big important thing to do as well too. So to stack or not to stack, guys, I think the smart way is if you haven't done Tongkat, do it on its own first. Then later on stack it and then see the difference and compare the results, and then you'll know for yourself what works. Right? Works for you, great. Next guy might not notice a difference depending on age, gender, health, nutrition. All those things make a big difference. But again, do it on its own. Get an idea how the Tongkat's working for you. Then try the stack if you want to do a stack and see if there's a difference with the sum total of all the ingredients together. So again, guys, thanks a lot for watching the video. I'm always happy to provide information. And a lot of these videos are being spawned by your questions, the questions that I get in, through the emails and stuff, asking me these things. So keep them coming. If you have a question, and I think it's something that's going to happen over and over again, or it's a common one, I'll shoot a video on it and hopefully give you guys some good information and hopefully some clarity and a direction where to go with things overall. So again, Curd Hos, the Tongkat Guy, saying have more sex.